So I released a 4312 yesterday. The code is on screen, so if you just want to get the code, you can type it in straight away. I'm also going to flash up the tactic and leave it in the bottom corner so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But today is all about focusing on how to actually play with this 4312 and the strength of it. So as you can see, we've got the ball here of the right back. Now, it's the front three that absolutely make this happen. We have got two false nines here that where I'm putting the X's, and our cam here just below my camera is our cam on shadow striker. Now, because they're false nines, they're looking to get the ball to feet. So you can see that they're not looking to run in behind. You've got two strikers here. You've got Bowen and you've got Press. Look where they are. They've got separation from the defenders. And then we've got the cam here in Rooney that is actually going to be bursting in behind. So that's the two differences that we've actually got and the way that it actually works. So when the ball goes to Rooney's feet and we give it to a false nine, look at our two false nines here. Again, I'm going to highlight them again, just make it really crystal clear. Look how much space they've got. Then we've got the runner from the shadow striker. And then we can actually play him in and it's a nice goal. So it's really important that you understand the role of the false nines and the shadow striker, but they are still strikers at the end of the day. They are still going to make those runs in behind the defense if the opportunity arises. So again, we've won the ball here, but look at our shadow striker, our Rooney. He's going to have that desire to burst forward and support the attack in the best way that he can. So as it goes forward again, there's our Rooney. We've got our two false nines ahead. They're not too aggressive in their runs, which means that by the time we play this ball through to Press, our left striker, they aren't beyond. So if we're playing with an advanced forward, you've probably got to play this through ball quite quickly because they make that run in behind so quickly. Well, we haven't got advanced forward, we've got false nine, so they actually make those runs not as quickly, which means that actually look how deep we are. If your team is falling behind and you want an Mbappe, an R9, any of the latest promo players, then head over to eldorado.gg. They've got you covered with cheap and reliable FC26 coins. And I know you've probably heard that a lot, but look at the reviews. Look how many different options you've got before you go and purchase. Once you are satisfied with your vendor, then head over and type in ALX to get your 5% off of your order. Let's get back to the video. Into the opposition half. Remember, this was a counter-attack and we're putting the ball through, what, like 5 yards outside the opposition 18-yard box? So you do get that opportunity to play. Now, the beautiful thing is a lot of people are playing 4-5-1, 4-4-1-1. A lot of teams, a lot of oppositions aren't using a CDM. So if you can break the lines, if you can win this ball back, like here, for example, and if you can get past this midfield like we are here, all of a sudden, you haven't got that CDM protection where the opposition hasn't got the CDM protection. They've got that back four. That's absolutely fine. But now we've got time. A lot of players are going to run back with their midfielders. They're going to run back. They're going to track back, which gives you all the time in the world where the left back, the centre backs are all going to be going backwards and you have already breached the midfield. So you've got this space to play in here where I'm putting that squiggly line. And the beautiful thing is your false nines are going to look to get the ball in that space. A little pass back, then sending your player on a run, easy pass to Press, and look how easy those goals actually are. Again, we've breached, here we go, really easily. We have breached, if we just go back slightly, there. We are now attacking the back four, and this trio, this little triangle here of the cam and two strikers, if you can continuously breach the opposition midfield, you have so much joy and there's so many things that you can do. And this is the whole strength. And this was the whole purpose. Look at that for a first time finesse. This was the whole purpose of this particular tactic. So again, we've won the ball deep. We've breached the midfield. We're now attacking against the back four only. Where's our supporting run? Well, let's just have a look here. We've got Rooney that's making a burst in. There's the ball through. There's Rooney. And there's our supporting centre mid on box to box. I haven't really talked about the box to box really, but there's a supporting box to box. So again, we're being counted on ourselves. That's fine. We can be aggressive. We can win it back. They've got all their players bursting forward because they were counter-attacking. So you can see, look, who he's actually controlling. But all of these players here out of the picture. And we can go straight to the cam, straight to the strikers. You want to get that ball forward quickly. This time it's to the striker. We just move a defender out the way. And then, well, the rest Well, it's in the back of the net, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Again, we get the ball to the cam. And again, on all these clips, we're already past the midfield. And then we get to play. Because of that, we can delay a little bit, but we can get the ball to the feet of the striker. Here's our cam running forward with Rooney. There's our then other false nine. Good position, easy goal. So a lot of them are very similar. So I talked about this yesterday in yesterday's video. Where would you use this? Against teams that you know you are going to be able to counter-attack in. So it's good to have flexible players. You know, you can go into a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. You could potentially, depending on the roles, go into like a 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. All depends on the players that you've got. Whether they can play, for example, left wing and striker, or whether they can play left mid and striker, or left mid and cam and stuff like that, how flexible you can be. But for example, if your cam can also play on the wing and your striker can also play on the wing, then that's how you can transition that midfield from a 4-3-1-2 to get that 1-2, as in the cam and two strikers, to be a bit more like wingers and a striker, for example. But again, we want to breach the midfield over and over, get the ball to the false nines, and we're not really sprinting here. That's a really lovely pass by Rooney, but none of this was through sprinting. Let me just go back. So we just kind of like controlled there. We just left stick, looking for the little through ball, the little double tap. None of it was with a sprint. When you think about counter-attacking, you're thinking normally sprinting in behind. But actually, look, here the ball comes through to press. Again, we're not sprinting through. We're just waiting for that run that we've got from the shadow striker. We do find it through with Rooney. We've got support with our striker, and it's in the back of the net. So that is how you counter-attack with the 4-3-1-2. Again, I've gone through the tactic in detail yesterday, so if you haven't checked that out, there it is. You had the code throughout the video. It's been in the corner the whole time. So I see a lot of comments saying code, where you can see it really clearly now. Hopefully you enjoyed this 4-3-1-2, and hopefully this video just gives you a little bit of an insight as to what the plan is. If you enjoyed this kind of like breakdown after the tactic was released, hit that like button. Let me know how you're getting on with the 4-3-1-2, and if there's any other formations you want me to have a bit of a focus on. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon for some more FC26 content. Take care.